Are there any rules or best practices for space considerations that need to be considered when laying out an electrical room that will contain transfer switch equipment? This is a common question that we get working with designers as they are planning projects. What makes this a challenging situation is transfer switches come in many sizes and shapes and types, as do electrical rooms. Take into consideration that some equipment requires front access while others require rear access. Some switches are going to be wall mounted and some are going to be floor mounted. The first thing to do is to consult with the manufacturers and make sure that you get drawings from them, so that you understand what it is you're looking at and the types of connections that you have to deal with. The basic principle that needs to be considered here is that in Section 2 of the Canadian Electrical Code, they talk about the need to provide a path for egress for people to move through the electrical room in the case of equipment failure. Now, if you've got 2 doors into the room, then this job becomes much easier because there's 2 paths for egress. In a case where we only have 1 door, that becomes more challenging. Another consideration you have to take into account is the type of equipment. A transfer switch typically doesn't have any withdrawable components, whereas a bypass switch will. So you have to account for the space with a bypass switch withdrawn. If you look at the drawing here, it shows the bypass in blue. So the basic rule is that with the door at its widest point and/or with the switch withdrawn, if that extends past the door, you need 36 inches of free and clear space for people to get out of the electrical room. The 36 inches is based on a low voltage installation. That space increases for medium voltage and typically it's about a 25% increase when you get to the 5 kV level and then again another 25% on top of that if you go to 15 kV class here.